We are watching every Michael Jordan dunk from his comeback season in 1995. 33 dunks, 27 games. As usual, dunks first, and I'll talk about some of my favorites after. Enjoy.
Ignore this guy. He's got through, but he's overplayed.
By 14. Michael. Jordan for the jam. His first jam since coming back. His 38th shot. In the 2 games, he comes back and gets a slam. Tony. Oh, yeah. Here he is. They're on their feet, and they love it. Michael's going to send $25 to charitables every time a Bulls player dunks. Michael, you got it, baby. Poster. Yes. They loving it. 17 for MJ. Steal here as Nick Anderson lays the ball right out. He taps it in front of him. Takes the ball on. And you can see it coming. A poster play. Oh. Pete Myers quickly up off the Bulls bench now.
Nick Anderson by Pippen. Jordan to Scotty. To MJ. Oh, the extension. The crowd on their feet looking for a poster play. They just got it. Take a look at it. Scottie Pippen sets up Michael Jordan. They got numbers, 3-on-2. Yeah! Oh, yes, and a foul on the play. Pip knew what was happening. He had Luke Longley running on his left. The man on his right. Michael Jordan powers it down. He's got 29. Watch this play. Here he goes. Michael goes up. Lang goes up with him, picks up the foul. Jordan to the line. Wow. Andrew Lang on his second. Only the first on Atlanta, but wow, Michael Jordan's taken off a couple of times.
And the Knicks lead 66-57. Jordan gets inside. Easy hoop.
Well, John Starks, his teammate.
Jordan on the box. Spin move. Power dunk.
Is that quickness? See, you know, you get the idea that he's just kind of sitting back.
38. Picked off by Jordan. Long pass will get to Pippen, and he'll wait for Jordan. At the Celts, still not shooting well. It's 73.
Purdue the rebound. Bulls on the run. Jordan in flight. Oh! And Scotty was running shotgun. Big time play. Michael Jordan does what everybody wants to see him.
Double in the 3 games against these guys. Mike. Scotty. Oh, yeah. Whoa. That could start to about 94 feet of hell for Rex Walters. Every play they call it, all it takes is eye contact, and that's pretty good eye contact, and pretty good.
Nets average almost 7 blocked shots a game. Oh, great look. Hook to Jordan.
Beautifully done. Michael's got 2 of those.
Watch this. One of Michael Jordan's 2 field goals here tonight. Both have been slams. Both have meant that McDonald sends. Jordan strips it away from Walters. Michael.
Yeah. The crowd on their feet. He split defenders, and they're going to take a timeout and talk about that. Here he comes down. Watch this. They close in on him, but they don't do it quick enough, and he just splits them both and hammers it down in.
Little
Offensively. Price lost it. Luke gets it out to BJ. He's got Michael with him, and Tony's a trailer. Woo! Oh, BJ, just bring the man to him and let the guy on. He gives it to BJ. BJ's going to come down here and lay it off. Michael comes in and power slams it.
4 missed his first 2. He's hit his last 2. The strip of points. And here's Jordan. All by himself.
Ball deflected. Bad pass by Hunter. Chicago 4-on-1. Jordan. They're down 4. Uh-oh. From Bushler. Oh, goodness.
I want him to be part of any type of poster.
Jordan!
Speaking of poster,
yeah, he's got 10.
Now we mentioned, here's Jordan, and this time no help side defense. All of this probably a result of Mark West.
Almost out of control he was. Tony Kukoc. Jordan, look out.
14. Come back with their original starting lineup. Backdoor cut. Purdue to Michael Jordan.
Three-man basketball, perfectly executed. Side rotation. You got to give up something against Jordan. I wouldn't test his ability to continue making this type of shot.
The final backup point guard spot on the Charlotte playoff roster. There's a lob to Jordan.
Legs underneath him. Here's a guy who does. Michael Jordan at 18 months off, quite fresh at the basket.
To steal this game, and you know what they've done? They've stolen the life right out of the Hornets. That's Michael with the tomahawk dunk. So 44, 8 rebounds.
Oh, here's Jordan. Here's Kukoc with him, and took it all the way. Michael Jordan.
9:06 to go, third quarter. 58-44 Chicago on the verge of blowing this thing open. Michael! Oh, baby!
Right. Jordan with the steal. This will be good.
It was Shaq and Horace. The lob into Michael from Tony Kukoc.
And they're going to cause a turnover here.
And they got it. Jordan! He's 3 for 3.
And BJ picks the ball off, and the opportunity now goes to Michael Jordan. So these are the kind of plays that Orlando cannot make early in the game. 10-5. Michael Jordan off to a quick start.
New York.
How about that spectacular dunk by Reggie Miller in overtime to put him up 6?
Speaking of spectacular. Oh, baby.
So much for 1 or 2 dribbles. I guess that would be 2. No, that's the high rent district. Here's Michael. This time he crosses over, goes right through the defense, and Horace Grant has 2 fouls. So all he can do is watch him elevate.
Richie Alamano saying that Michael Jordan hits on his second field goal. He has 6 points.
Knew that Shaquille O'Neal was somewhere in the area, not taking any chances here as he tomahawks that before Shaquille O'Neal can get his hand up. Here he is moving without the ball once again, and Michael knew that anything soft wasn't going to get it done. That's designed to try to keep the ball out of the hands of O'Neal.
Michael Jordan.
That's 3 on Pippen. Well, that backcourt pressure put the Magic in a situation. Nick Anderson uncomfortable as he was being double-teamed and never really had a good look cross-court. Michael Jordan lurking, saw this one coming all the way as that was the natural passing lane for Nick Anderson. Michael just went right through it and got the steal.
Notice how quick he went up with that shot instead of powering it and dunking it?
Jordan hard to the basket. The left-handed jam from Jordan. Oh, baby. 20.
Power. And then on the other end, Michael says, no finger rolls for me. I'm going right to the front of the rim and dunk this ball.
Frenzied defense. Michael sneaks in alone and gets the jam to fall.
Now let me ask you a question. Another game.
Look out, 3-on-1. Oh, big slam from Michael Jordan off the block.
Down strong. Michael Jordan with a great finish. That's vintage Michael Jordan with a
the Colorado Rockies game with the Atlanta Braves. Jordan with the steal and the jam. Bulls by 3. 9 points in the on Horace Grant.
We see Horace Grant with a careless pass. Michael Jordan in the passing lane. And watch Scottie Pippen. He gets in the way of Horace Grant so he cannot get down the floor.
Alright, so this first one in Atlanta is one of my favorites. Just because the nature of the dunk, it was his first, dunk on or poster dunk after the comeback. And it's the thing that stood out to me the most. It's not even the dunk itself, really, but his reaction after, almost like it had been so long since he had, posterized somebody. He wasn't sure how to react, and he almost looked like he came down and felt a little pain or something. He had like a slight grimace on his face, but it was kind of indicative of the entire, attempt to come back at, a month before the playoffs start and, try to make a run for a title where, and he hadn't played in, a couple of years there. And it's like, he's trying to remember how to play, get that rhythm back. And he has that inner confidence with himself that he's still Michael Jordan. Obviously, he had to have the confidence to even try it in the first place. But it seems like he was, a little nervous or whatever. So here he is, he's posterizing somebody, and it's almost like he doesn't know how to react. It's kind of, I always thought his reaction was kind of weird on this dunk, but standard Michael Jordan poster dunk. So yeah, this is definitely one of my favorites of the bunch.
To the line, wow! Andrew Lang on his second.
Now this one here, as usual on these dunk videos, lefty dunks from Mike are always appreciated. And then this one, he came full court, you know, in the semi-transition, gave your boy a crossover and just went down and, you know, went up left-handed, threw it down left-handed. So always left-handed dunks are appreciated. So it's funny, the thing that stood out with this dunk, number one, the dunk itself where he came out from the wing, crossed over the defense, and it seemed like half the team was there right around him, and he just literally went straight in between all of them and went straight to the basket. No one stopped him. And then he took off from quite a distance away to still jump off two and, you know, finish behind him like a... Now, I mean, I guess you could call this a leaner dunk, but I don't know if I would go full MJ leaner dunk. But yeah, to have the whole play build up the way he did, you know, coming out, crossing over, down the lane, take off, and then throw it down. And Doug Collins and the other guy that were on the call were literally just talking about a Reggie Miller dunk. If you listen at the very beginning of the clip, they're talking about a big dunk that Reggie has. And then live in the moment, Michael has a huge dunk as well.
Goes right through the defense, and Horace Grant has 2 fouls. So all he can do is watch him elevate.
So this one, I really just like the entire sequence because Mike read the pass from, you know, you can see he was on it. Like, he literally was there waiting for the ball, and he was heading down court. And you can see he still had a lot of those defensive instincts in his game, in his brain. It's like his brain remembered how to do everything. His body had just been trained to play another sport. So he had to, it was like he had to reteach his body how to play basketball, and like his brain. Because, you know, like, as, I mean, I don't want to digress here into something else, but like, obviously our cells continuously regenerate. So you can imagine over the year and a half that he wasn't playing basketball and he was playing baseball, all those, you know, muscle cells in his arms and his legs had probably turned over. So he was basically playing in a different body than what he was playing in June of 1993, you know, in the 93 finals when he had last played in the league. So his brain is probably sending those same signals, but it's going to muscle cells and muscle fibers that had never received those signals before. I don't know if that makes any kind of sense. And I haven't done any real research on this or anything, but it makes sense to me logically that, you know, cells regenerate themselves and replace each other. And Mike was playing in a body full of cells that weren't there, you know, a year and a half prior when he was still playing basketball. So he basically, long story short, had to reteach his body to learn those same, you know, signals that were coming from his brain that he obviously remembered how to play basketball. But back to the play. Sorry, I digress. Yeah, he just completely read it, and he just, you know, went down the court all the way, and he finished strong with a, you know, 2-hand tomahawk pump behind the head. So, and then on top of that, he's wearing those black 11s. So this one definitely stands out without the bunch, or from the bunch. And last but certainly not least, I think if I had to pick a single favorite, this would probably be it. Just because, once again, lefty dunks are always appreciated. Same thing, he got the outlet pass, you know, full court, came down semi-transition, gave your boy a stutter step, crossed down the middle, and it's another lefty dunk, but with this one, he went off 2 feet. So if you go back, or if you were paying attention from the other lefty dunk that I chose, he went off 1 foot. This one, he went off 2 feet, and Shaq was waiting for him down by the rim. So he goes, you know, 2 feet, and I think he might have went left to kind of throw Shaq off, because if Shaq was going to go for the block, he might have been anticipating him going up with his right hand. But he kind of like long jumped Shaq and like jumped to the left and just went left off 2 feet. So this one, and then of course, I don't know, for me, those black 11s, the black Concords with the red jersey, I think that's my favorite combination. I prefer that over the one with the white jersey. And I actually prefer that over the Concords, the white Concords with the red jersey as well. So he only wore that setup this one game, Game 5. I think that's my favorite. But yeah, those are only my favorites out of the bunch. Obviously, this was a shorter video. He only played 27 games. Agree? Disagree? What were some of your favorites? Let me know down in the comment section. Go ahead and hit that thumbs up button for me. Help with that YouTube algorithm. Of course, more videos on the way. Peace.
20 power, and then on the other end, Michael says, no finger rolls for me. I'm going right to the front of the rim and dunk this ball.
I don't have to do this. I'm only doing it because it is who I am. That's how I played the game. That was my mentality. If you don't want to play that way, don't play that way. Break.